Hello everybody, welcome back to this Learn to Speak Conversational Spanish course. This lecture is focused on our greetings and pleasantries, which are going to be key to starting a conversation. So we're now going to be speaking a little bit of Spanish for the first time. Don't worry, take it at your own pace, and don't forget that if you want to pause it to make a few notes, and you don't need to watch the whole video in one go. There is a pause function to help with this, so let's take a look at what we're going to be covering. So we have our hellos and goodbyes. This is our first real look at Spanish, and usually the first thing that you'd say to somebody when you meet them. So starting from the top, we have hola, hola, and this is our first encounter. This is what we'd say for hello. It's quite formal. There are less formal versions, but in our formal situation, we would say hola, adios, adios. Now in our general conversation, this is how we would say goodbye. Adios. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? How's it going? This is something we'd use with our close friends, and we'd say ¿Qué tal? So if we were meeting up with a friend and we just say how's it going, how's it going, then we'd say ¿Qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal? So to put the two together, hola, ¿qué tal? Hey, how are you? Again, we're close friends, this is something you'd say when meeting up. Moving on, we have our personal questions. So we can use these when we meet up with somebody and we want to ask them how they are, or even how their family is. So we can ask, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Which is how are you? And this is quite general, we can use this with people we know or people we've met before. ¿Cómo está? One down there. ¿Cómo está? You see no S on the end. How are you? Formal. So something we'd say to somebody maybe we've not met before, or maybe an elder person. ¿Qué tal? As we've just been looking at. ¿Qué tal? So how are you? Again, that's our informal. ¿Qué hay? ¿Qué hay? What's new? So again, something we'd maybe say with friends, something that's a little bit more day-to-day, colloquial. ¿Qué hay? And finally, ¿Qué tal tu familia? ¿Qué tal tu familia? How is your family? So something, maybe if we have friends we've had for quite a long time and we know their family, this is a nice question we might use there to ask about them. Pleasantries. Now, in my personal experience, when you walk into a shop or restaurant in Spain, or actually in most European countries for that matter, the custom is very different to that of the UK. It's quite common for the staff to say hello to you, and to inquire as to whether you need any help, and then when you're leaving they'll often send you on your way with a cheery goodbye and a thank you. These words then might be useful for you to know, so let's take a look at them. So we have gracias, gracias, which is our thank you, and if you look on the right hand column there we do have our phonetics that we've actually created ourselves to make it easier for you to say, so try and follow that as we say the words in Spanish. Gracias. Muchas gracias. Thanks a lot, or thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Gracias de nuevo. And interestingly in Spanish, the V sound is actually pronounced as a B sound. Gracias de nuevo. Thanks again. No hay de qué. It's nothing, or don't worry about it. No hay de qué. De nada. You're welcome. De nada. De nada, or it's my pleasure, or my pleasure. Encantado, encantado. Pleased to meet you. So this is quite a nice one if you're meeting someone for the first time, or if you're leaving and you like to say, it was very nice to see you, very nice to meet you. Encantado. So let's move on and have a look at how we can put some of these things into practice. So, en el teléfono, on the telephone. Now there's a slightly different protocol in Spanish compared to English. Whereas we generally start a call with hello and end it with goodbye, the Spanish phrasing is very slightly different, as you can see. So we have diga, diga, and that's how we'd start our conversation. So instead of saying hello, we would literally start the conversation with the word speak. Diga. Then we'd move on. The person on the other end of the phone would generally say, Puedo hablar con... and then we'd put a name in there, so it could be Scott. Puedo hablar con Scott, por favor. Por favor, some of you may already know. This is our Spanish phrase for please. It's a very useful one to know. especially if you're going to be polite while you're abroad. So try and follow the phonetics underneath. We have puedo hablar con, and then our name, por favor. Brilliant. Number 3, we have our thank you and goodbye. Gracias, adios. Gracias, adios. Thank you and goodbye. So as you can see, if you are going to be using a telephone in Spain, or you do need to ring somebody, then this is going to be very useful. So do take note of these, especially the words that are hello and or literally speak, and thank you and goodbye. These are high frequency words that are going to be very useful to you time and time again. So please make sure you do make a note of them. And that's all for this lecture. It was quite a short lecture, but I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.